Hey, it's a trigger, Rich Bontrager, back on Friday. The Friday going into Halloween weekend. I had a little bit of fun there with the countdown to get you ready to go for another edition of 2 p.m. with Trigger, helping you with your media branding for for your company. Help you shine on camera and stage to better help you elevate your game. One of the things that's been changing is that we now live in a electronic world. For years and years, everyone had material to send on out, but it was mostly like a resume. Speakers, authors, leaders. We got used to sending out our CV. We got used to sending out other material that people would look at us and say, "Oh, wow, how impressive we are." Then, of course, it came along with websites and other branded content. More and more, as I work with booking agents and companies, they are trying to look at material as fast as they can. They decide if you're worth coming to their event and speaking and sharing. If you're the right brand authority, if you're the right expert to shine on their stage, one of the ways to do that now is with an electronic media kit. Now, musicians, excuse me, time out. We're just going to do this live. Please stand by. That feels so good. Always have water with you. Always have water off camera, off stage, somewhere with you. Now back to our regularly scheduled show. You musicians had this for a while. They've had media kits on SoundHound and other locations and download files and get to know who they are, files of the musicians, what other bands that they've been in. But as speakers, we have not adapted this media kit as much. As entrepreneurs, we have not done this as much. So today I want to spend a little bit of time to show you what kind of media kit you could design. What could you do that would be electronic? It was easy, downloadable, downloadable material within it, and so much more. So I'm going to share a screen here a little bit and bring this in to view here. Stand by for one moment here. So here's the media kit. Now I'm going to talk about things I have in it, things that I'm going to put in it, and it's interchangeable. The great thing about these media kits is you don't have to have it all perfect all the time. You can edit it and update it to meet your current trends, your current brand need, the people you want to reach, or even specifically a special client. If you want to have a certain brand kit just for those certain clients, go and edit it, make it more targeted for them. So it's really easy. It's not going to be a long thing. This is going to be a short, little, easy snapshot to get them to click on your website, to click a booking button, to give you a phone call. But this electronic media kit is essential to help you get this rolling. So as you can see, it's really easy. I have mine up and just says really simply who I am on the side of my website. Just make it fun and interesting. I'm showing that I'm a certified virtual presenter. Put some of their badging, put some of your awards, put something here that shows that you are an expert right away. I also mentioned some of my services I have here. So the media skills training, brand authority coaching, and public speaking coaching. That's just three areas I specialize in, but it's all for the speaker, all for the branding of the speaker. And I'm trying to stay within that niche as I put this electronic kit out. If I was going to do more of my services, I'd talk about some of my services, but focus on one area for your branding kit. It will help it get more attention. I also talk about I'm here to elevate you, your brand authority, by equipping you to shine on camera and stage. That's on all my area. That's on all my websites, all my posting. That's the common phrase. So use your common phrases in your media kit. Now, down below, I did add in 30 years of broadcasting. Again, brag on yourself a little bit. Show your authority. Show where you come out of. I'm the host of Behind the Stage with the National Speakers Association. That's pretty good. People want to know who you're associated with, what you're doing. And I also, of course, host How to Rock the Stage, the show weekly. I do have other projects I do, and I do work with other clients on their events. You can't have everything in your media kit. You don't want to put it all in there. It's like you're overloading them. Get some of your highlights of what you want. And then, of course, visit my website. Now, these are all clickable links. Every one of these is designed to be an electronic toolkit to go further and further and further. So every one of those is clickable to learn more about Trigger and what he does for you and your media brand. This is only 2 pages, by the way. Just simple 2 pages. Page two, again, another nice, good action shot, friendly shot of me posed in the studio. Tells you that I'm a TV host, virtual event MC, media coach, and a media brand expert. I also threw in there that I'm represented by luminary leaders. Really important sometimes if you have a partnership, if you have an affiliation, that they work with you closely, that's important. They actually book me for my shows, special events, emceeing, keynote speaking. So it's really essential in your media kit to have that funnel go directly to the people that represent you if you're not representing yourself fully. Also, there is a short bio over here, just a short little tidbit about what Trigger does, and I highlight some of the people I've worked with. Again, that shows some of your elevation. That shows your skill level of wow, he's working with some pretty heavy people. You know, these are stars. These are elevated, well known within the author space, the speaking space, or whatever industry you are in. It doesn't hurt, to rub shoulders and show who you work with. Drop that into your bio. Use it part of your introduction. Social media, of course, is big. So these are all, once again, clickable links to take you to my social media. Hey, they may like you, they may follow you, they may join your tribe, and you'll grow it that way, but they also get to see what sort of a tribe you have. How big of a reach, how big of an influence do you have? Now, if you are just beginning to grow some of that area, highlight the best ones with the best crowd you have on it. If you're just getting one rolling, I would not recommend putting that on there because they would see a weak area, a lower area for you, and you want to only show high status, rock star status. When that other one grows and grows, then you add that back in and you edit it, your electronic media kit, and you put it in there so that that one gets amplified and grown as well. So be careful what you put in there. You want to show you have the reach, the influence, and this is where you can grow and show some people some very powerful things. It will also inform the speakers or the events you're working with. They're going to want to amplify on your sites as well. They're going to want to maybe ask you intentionally, make sure you promote us, partner with us, and use your social because you have a great social reach. Never dismiss the power of your social media reach and keep growing and growing it. I also included in here hashtags. We were talking about this the other day a little bit on one of our lives. Hashtags are important, and I recommend, I'm going to show you another resource here in a few moments, but I recommend that you create a hashtag sheet. The key hashtags that you use on a regular basis to amplify you, that you know that work for you and your brand authority. Put this in your kit. So if they're going to hire you, they're going to use the same hashtags that you use. It increases your funnel, it increases the reach, it also makes it simple for them to figure out best to promote you for their event so they get the right people at the event as well. This is gold to event planners. You can make it this easy for them. I also included Hi Hello is a company that I also use their digital card. We talked about that recently as well. I just put their QR code there. That QR code is scannable, whether they get it as a download in an email, whatever format they get my electronic media kit, they can scan that and that will go right to a whole list. They can look at more about me, telephone number, email list, website. It's all repurposed there and some other things that you can only get by getting that card. So you want to find the best way, the quickest way to get people to engage with you with your electronic media kit. Now, this photo can be downloadable, by the way. Make your photos, make your headshots so they get a media kit that they can use again. That's one thing that people are always asking for. What's your headshot? What's your company brand name? What's all these things like that? Make it so easy that they can go click and download this or go back here and download this. So find those things that work well for you and incorporate them into your media kit. Now, one of the things you're going to have to do is figure out How am I gonna get all the pieces in place? How am I going to a way that people will wanna get the information? One easy way is to take yourself and get a spreadsheet. Literally take a Google spreadsheet, type in all of your hashtags, make it really easy so you can use this, and you'll cut and paste and use it yourself over and over. Same thing, all your social media links. Put them into a spreadsheet very easily. So if someone has already looked at your electronic media kit, if they want to know more about you, send them that list. Just send them the Google Docs. They'll have everything right there. Click of a button, they'll go deeper and deeper. This electronic media kit can be built into your website. It can be on a separate downloadable, shareable thing, but create it in a way that's eye-popping. It's informational. It's gonna get their attention. If you have any awards, put the award badge on there. If someone's giving a great testimonial, put 1 or 2 testimonials in there. Do not overload this down. Keep it very simple, high level. You want them to be able to scan it over in 3 to 5 seconds. They'll know there's a keyword, there's a phrase, there's something in there I gotta know. They'll put that on the revisit pile and not on the trash pile. The electronic media kit, not just for musicians, it's here for entrepreneurs, for leaders to help you elevate your brand authority. Take time and start building this out. Experiment with what works great for you. And as always, if you have any questions, you can always reach out and talk to me more about this idea of creating your own brand media kit. If you have Canva, I recommend using that tool. It's very easy to set one of these up. And again, you can embed those links and share it out all the time. If you want to know more, contact me, Rich at richbontrager.net, Rich at richbontrager.net, or go to rockthestagemedia.com. Learn more about the media services we offer and how I help people grow their brand, help you get more camera ready with simple tips and tricks like this. And I help you build these electronic media kits so it's for you, your brand, to elevate you higher and higher. That's going to do it for today. Have a great, happy Halloween weekend. What are you going to dress up as? I'm kind of curious. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday, 2 p.m. live with the Trigger.